story of this wonderful city of Hyderabad. JLL has played a fabulous part, and I'm delighted that you're expanding and you're going to do much more. To this campus, to this park, I think this is my 5th visit. I've come here to inaugurate the nice building right next to you, the one where Novartis is in. I was also here to inaugurate State Street. I don't know if any State Street guys are here, but State Street Corporation, we had inaugurated right here. And then your competition, CBRE, is also next door. And then we had, of course, EPAM, and now JLL. So all in all, this is my 5th visit. Delighted that the space is growing, and delighted it's shaping up really well. And I also see a lot of reporters. I did not say pain in the ass, I said pain in the neck. Please don't quote me on that, because that's going to be a bit of a problem. Unless somebody's live streaming, I can't deny also. Well, when this government came into being, this government and the new state of Telangana came into office about 5 years ago, we set quite an audacious target for ourselves. When we started off as a new state, June 2nd, 2014, the IT exports of this region, this state, were about 52,258 crores for the financial year ending 2014 March, 2013-14. Myself and the then IT secretary, I was the IT minister then. So we said, what can we do to beat Bangalore? It seemed a bit audacious, it seemed a bit too much to ask. But I'm delighted to share with you, like Ramesh pointed out, this just might be the year. Because a strong indicator of growth is obviously the office space absorption, and a strong indicator of employment created is also the office space absorption in the city. So this just might be the year when we will be beating Bangalore by possibly, if not a mile, at least by an inch. I see a lot of you are from Bangalore and therefore you're not wanting to clap, but nevertheless, we'll still beat you. I'm not nice when it comes to competition. Our IT exports were, like I said, about 52,000 odd crores. We said we will double it in the next 5 years. And I'm happy to report to you that we have now touched, as of last year, 2019 March, we've now touched 1,09,219 crores. Obviously that reflects also the office space that is being absorbed. 27% of the office space taken up in India today is being consumed, is being absorbed by one city, and that is Hyderabad. And this year, we might actually go a notch up, because last year it was 11 million. This year it might be even more. So that might even be a bigger number come possibly next year this time. Well, I think all the good things Ramesh in his short presentation, short speeches made them. He talked about how Hyderabad's vacancy rate today of the buildings here, of the space here, has gone down from 18-19% to the lowest ever, 3.6%. So that goes to show you, all the builders in the room, that goes to show you that there is more space to be filled, that there is more opportunity to build more and more. Now in this city, while there are a lot of positives I can talk of, there are a couple of challenges as well. I'll get to that, because I think we can't dwell on the past, we can't dwell too much on the present either. Since we're talking 5 years, since we're talking future growth, 2 challenges I think for the government that we have to face them head on in this term, in the next couple of years. One, of course, the increase in congestion, the crumbling infrastructure. Obviously with rapid growth, it has its own set of inherent challenges. Now that is an area where we are constantly working on. As you're all aware, Hyderabad Metro has opened up. 65 kilometers is up and running. And this part of the city also is now connected, but we are expanding it further. One of the plans we have to improve public transportation in this part of the city, of course, is to come out with a model, come out with metro which runs all the way from Mindspace to airport. It will be called the Airport Express. Cabinet has already approved it, and I do believe that it will be up and running. At least the work will get started very soon. The other effort that Jayesh and his team are working on is an elevated bus rapid transport system from Kukatpalli Housing Board to the Wipro Junction in the financial district. This again is a very novel proposal, because a large number of your employees actually who work in this part of the city live towards the northwestern part of Hyderabad. Now this connectivity is extremely important. We believe that this can be completed in a rapid time also. So this will be another interesting infrastructure improvement by the government of Telangana. The third thing I'll point out, there is a strategic road development program which has been going on for a while. Now we have to add more to it, more to the bouquet of SRTP works. That also again is an ongoing process, so we have to constantly keep working at it. But I do have one bone to pick with you guys, especially those that represent the multinational organizations and also other organizations in this room. You know, in Hyderabad we are not very big on carpooling, we are not very big on, while there is Uber and Ola somewhere in the room here, we are still not big on, commuting together. For any city with a growth pact like Hyderabad is going through right now, I think the challenge is going to make sure that large number of our people who commute, large number of our workforce starts taking public transportation or starts pooling up resources. Now unless you work with the state, unless you work with the government, this change will not happen. We tried our bit. In fact, we said we'll do a car-free Thursday. Now we'll try our bit, we'll try and see how much success we have. But hardly any, in fact, if you ask me. One of the requests I have for you is, please help us, please work with us by way of different forums that we have in Hyderabad. ICIA, NASCOM, Cyberabad Security Council, AmCham, and other industry bodies. I request you to work with the government and help us also, and help the city as well, in terms of making us more efficient so that we don't end up wasting many, many hours on the streets of Hyderabad. Another thing I also wanted to mention when it comes to transportation and public transportation. A city like Mumbai today, another Indian city, has nearly 70% of the people taking public transportation, either the local train or the pooled service or taxis or the bus service, etc. But unfortunately in Hyderabad, that number stands at about 36%. Now it is imperative that we change it if we really want to grow as a city. So therefore I urge all of you to work with us, to help us also. One of the starting points could be many of you have your buses flying on the streets of Hyderabad, ferrying your employees back and forth from home to work. One of the things you could do and you could help us with is by being the last mile connectivity for a metro. You could work with us, we could set you up in a way that your timings are in sync with metros and the last mile connectivity can be planned by us. That is one area we could begin to work with. The other thing I can also think of to again make sure that Hyderabad remains decongested is that you guys actually start also owning up in terms of, I know you actually, a lot of your organizations here offer employees outside of working hours. In fact, to work with the traffic police, to work with many of us as part of your social service, community outreach, etc., etc. Now, if we can structure a program around it, if we can actually come out with something which can help our city, which can help our streets to be decongested, that is again being done elsewhere in the West. Quite a few times I've seen it myself. We could emulate, we could replicate the same in Hyderabad as well.